Linux goat fucking cast. I'm sorry, I mean goat fucking gamecast. I mean, god damn it. Linux game goat. Oh, god damn it. It's Scapegoat 2. We're reviewing that. It's by Magical Time Bean. It's written in... Actually, it's ported using a very neat tool set written by a friend of the show, Flippity Jibbity Boobity Boo, FNA, which is a drop-in replacement for XNA. That's kind of neat. You can pick this sucker up for $8.99 with Stinky Caches, or if you're in Mordor, $8.99 gold. It's 20% off until Monday. So if this episode comes out on Sunday, you're good. If not, go fuck yourself. And what is it? The only game, according to them, the only indie game in 2014 not inspired by Dark Souls, with no roguelike elements or procedural content. Oof. So, of course, we have our crazy-ass 4-chair metric that we use to fuck goats. And to use the chair explanation, 1 chair means that it's a piece of shit. 2 chairs means that it's meh. 3 chairs means that it's pretty good. And 4 chairs means that I really need to get my dick out of this goat. And, of course, we have our 4 categories, Odoo, mixed with the working, shiny, and sounds, controls, and fun. All those are pretty self-explanatory. If you haven't been watching this show and you don't know what those are, go back, watch some other episodes, or just, I don't know, reconsider your life. So, Scapegoat 2. Then, does that make with the working?
We tested a Scapegoat 2, the goatening. Because remember, kids, baaa means yes. On our based Ubuntu, minimum requirements are...
Requizzle for shizzle.
My nizzle.
Requizzles.
1204 zizzle on the 770 tizzles. That's about as much of that as I'll be doing this evening. But no issues, no glitches, ran out of the box. Considering the way it was ported with the tool, I mean, that really speaks volumes about that drop-in replacement. So we're going to give it what it deserves on this 4 chairs. J-Man.
Very cool. So on my Fadizzle, Twizzle, Pizzle, using Vizzle, 6 Sizzle, super clizzles.
That's confusing.
I don't even know where I'm going with this anymore. Works out of the box. You run it. Again, Flibbit did an awesome job with FNA. And even the project just got announced like a few weeks ago, and it's being used to create a very high quality port. So 4 chairs on that. Good, that's more credit to Flibbit than anything else. But it is what it is.
And calculator land.
Yeah. So on my calculator, using the open source Mesa 10 Radeon drivers, it ran out of the box on my old, 10-year-old almost desktop PC with an NVIDIA 5600 EN with the 304 NVIDIA drivers. It also ran out of the box, so 4 chairs.
So that's 4 chairs for Mix with the working. Now for Shizzle and Sizzle, shiny and sounds, because I'm not doing that anymore.
Thank you.
Then, okay, now I'm going to do that constantly.
Mix with the working is done,
Mix
so
with
it is time
Mix
for
with the shiny and sounds.
And
Then,
sounds.
Let's
Let's take a look at this
hypotheses.
business right here. Since we're all over the board, let's get some video fired up. Now, I'm going to say good on that. Come on, gameplay? No gameplay. Halfway through the video here. No.
You get some Tim Schafer there, and that's it.
Oh, hi, Tim Schafer. All we need is... Oh, hi, Ron Perlman.
Exciting as that was, I'm going to say good on them because they almost screwed the pooch on this one. Because I went back and looked at... I just figured this is Goat Simulator 2, so... I was like, do you think maybe there was a Goat Simulator 1 other than? I was like, yeah, possibly. Check it out. It was Hipster Pixel, so they fixed that. And they fixed it in a good way. I mean, it looks decent. It's not going to blow your eye pussies out of your head organ, but it's a thing. I mean, it's well done. I mean, the goat animation, speed animation, stuff like that is, a little bit of glitter that burns in your eyes in a good way. I like to say the sound, it's got like, what the kids call hip background retro typey music that I just kind of tuned out, put on some Slayer as I'm off to do and just, threw the goat in my ears. I like it. It's not perfect. It's not going to blow you away. Looks worlds better than their first attempt. So good on that. Can't give it a perfect score because it looks nice, but it doesn't make you like want to,
It's not a Metro. It's not a Portal.
give it the business. So
Nope.
good job, guys. 3 chairs.
Yeah, pretty much what Ven said. I like that the enemy art kind of resembles Rogue Legacy, and I like that. So bonus points for that. The music is catchy enough. I listened to it for a little bit, but then, like Ven, I switched on the. I've been listening to a lot of Horn lately, so that's what I've been playing. But yeah, the art style is very good. The animation is very smooth. No performance hiccups with that. And I mean, you get to play Goat Jesus. So 3 chairs for Shiny and Sounds. Pedro.
Yeah, pretty much all I can do is reiterate what you guys just said, and the chip tunes, whatever you want to call them, they were nice. I found myself at the start of the level just waiting there for a little bit and listening in. They sounded okay, all right. And the graphics, like Ven said, they are a huge improvement on the pixelated mess that was Scapegoat 1. So for me, 3 chairs because, again, it looks good, but it's not.
Oh, face.
Pedro, get your dick out of that goat. So that's 3 chairs for Shiny and Sounds. Coming up next, controls. Ven, were you in control of your goat simulation?
Goat simulation is a very tricksy thing. I mean, first you got to know how to make the proper cuts in your welting boots in order to get their back legs stuck in there so they can't get... Wait, we're talking about the game. Right. Focus again.
It's simulation, Ven, not stimulation.
Sorry about that.
Why can't it be both, Pedro? Why can't it be both?
Using the X-Clone control of Mightiness, no issues with the controls. The controls work for what they are. None. Dashing work, movement work. They were set up semi-logically, but that's when things started to fall apart because I was like, yeah, I want to change one thing because I didn't like the way Dash was set up. I was like, I want it to be and not yah. Nope, fuck me on that. There's no way. But to their credit, they have said that's like our top priority to get that business sorted because we didn't realize that not everyone wanted to use the same fuck-mothering keys. So on controls, I would have given it a 4, but since we cannot do remapping, 3 chairs for that business. J-Man, you have an Electro Seizure controller handy?
Yeah. Turbo. There. There.
All okay, no controller.
On Turbo Seizure Epilepsy controller here. The controls, you know what? I didn't have a problem with the out-of-the-box controls. I thought they were very good. As for the quality of the controls, very, very sharp, very, very snappy, very responsive. I have literally no issues with the controls. It controls as well as it possibly could. So I'm going to give that 4 chairs.
Yeah.
And seizures!
I think I'm just gonna lay it on Ven for what he said, because while it did work fine out of the box with the PS2 DualShock controller, it had the dash button set to the right trigger, and I'm not exactly the best choice for when it comes to using the right triggers. To using the right trigger and the right shoulder button. So if I had been able to reassign that to the left side of the controller, it would have gotten 4 chairs. So it gets a 3.
Well, A, that's what you get for trying to touch the golden fucking chair, but 3 regular chairs it is.
Hey,
regular chairs for...
I wanted a nice chair.
Not Shiny and Sounds. What am I doing? Am I high? Who am I kidding? Yes. Final category. Fun. Ben, did you enjoy yourself?
Well, one thing I was worried about this game, harkening back to old school and with the puzzle bits, something I am really worried about with retro type things is they try to pull off fuck you Nintendo hard. And they normally fail because they just make it overly hard for no reason. And for some reason, in the back of my brain organ, fuck you Nintendo hard was a real thing, and it existed. I found out that this was not fuck you hard, but it was fuck you challenging. That's a different genre, and I like that one because I had fun with it for once. You're fussing around first couple of levels, you're like, oh, this is easy, I'll sort this, because I approach puzzles like debugging, and if you've seen some of my spaghetti code, you know I'm really good at debugging. And
you ever see that Edvard Munch painting The Scream? That's what you look like after looking at Ven's spaghetti code.
Basically. Then you bring in new things like, oh, right, we have our own gerbil, and the gerbil's running around, and I was like, well, where's the toilet tube of naughtiness? This makes no sense. And then it's a little more difficult. Then you get the hat of magic, and I was like, all right, shit just got fucked up complex, but it fucks with you just enough, every little bit to go, crap, dead. All right, I can do this. And you go, dun, 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 and you get another point, damn it, dead, go again. All right, again. Then you beat it, you get your, like, small amount of joy and happiness, and wham, right back into crushing depression, which is your real life. So, for fun, I'm going to have to give this 3 chairs. That's what it deserves. It's not perfect, just because I finally got to one of those levels, and I don't cheat. And if I can't figure it out, I consider walking, looking at a walkthrough guide, like, that's cheating. And it just got to a fucky point. I was like, that's more time than I'm going to apply to this game, but still a fun game. So those 3 chairs will stick, J-Man.
I gotta agree with Ben. And there's a difference between fuck you hard and legitimately challenging. With this game, you're not gonna get all the solutions right off the bat. You gotta play with the level a bit and see how everything interacts with everything else. And you have to experiment, and this game rewards experimenting. It doesn't penalize you for restarting the level over and over and over again, because it expects that you need to actually think the problem through and consider all possible options. And it really is an enjoyable puzzle platformer. I don't say that a lot about puzzle platformers, but I found myself really having fun with this one. Plus, it's always good to be Goat Jesus, and combined with the good art style, the very tight controls, this is an altogether enjoyable experience. So I would say definitely check this out. Give it a 3 chair.
All right, Stumpy.
Schnappy.
Schnaps.
Stumps.
So, good escape do. It's a very hard game to criticize. It's not because it's good, it's not because it's bad, it's the middle of the road. It's most definitely a game, and for what it is, it does it well. It just doesn't really have anything to set it apart from the masses. And it's, I suppose, at least from my point of view, it's not going to change anyone's minds when it comes to this particular genre. Puzzle platforming, that is. If you like the first Scapegoat, then get this one. It's more the same with a slight graphical improvement and a couple of different mechanics to change things up a bit. If you didn't like the first game, then you can safely give this one a miss. So for me, 2 chairs.
Way to be a fucking buzzkill. So, that's 2 chairs for fun. And if we tally all this motherfucker up, then we get 3 chairs. And if we go back to our rating system, the chair explanation, you can see that is a definite check this fucker out. So, then, final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Let's check it on the price on this business at $9.99. $9.99.
$9.99.
As much fun as I had with this, I'm going to have to say wait. I mean, if you're even remotely price sensitive. Now, if $9.99 sounds like a plan. And you're not price sensitive, just go ahead and buy it. But if you're like, I don't really know if I want to spend 10 quid on that, don't. Wait for it to go on sale. You'll be infinitely happy, especially if you're like me and you're like, I don't mind a puzzle game and all that, but it's not my favorite thing in the world. Half price sale on this, throw money at the screen. At 10 wet stinky cashes, you're still going to have a good time, but you might be left with a little bit of remorse. You don't go all orgasmic where you're puzzling and you're platforming like the kids do these days. So that's enough of that Cosby intervention. What do you think, J-Man?
I think we've kind of been spoiled with Steam having like really, really, really cheap games. I think $10 is reasonable for a game of this quality. Like I said, it's very enjoyable. I don't usually like puzzle platformers. This one is pretty good. I liked it. I would highly recommend it. it'll probably go on sale. So if you're really, really, really gonna Jew it up, then yeah, wait for the sale. But for $10, I don't think you're gonna be disappointed. Pedro.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's not going to change anyone's mind. If you like puzzle platformers, go ahead, buy it. It's a pretty damn good one. If you don't, it's just more of what you don't like. And personally, I liked it. I thought that the graphics actually did it a number of favors when compared it to the first iteration of the game. But I don't know. I guess I'm one of those people. I'm not exactly Jewing up my money, but it's $5 would have been a more appropriate price. Just saying.
Well,
and I'm just saying,
Jew
since you're not Jewish,
Jew.
see, Jordan can say things about Jews because he's a Jew. You just created that was a hate crime. Burn him. So, closing up.
So that's our review of Escape Code.